Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I will not be here very long. I have to take my grandma somewhere, so I kind of basically will probably be getting off at about 9:15. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is a bank holiday. I remember that. All right, cool. Good morning, Diego. I am good. How are you this morning? I feel rested. Well, halfway rested. But yeah, I'm gonna have to leave right around 9:15 today. So pretty short stream. I'm mad because whatever. Okay. Whatever. We're just gonna make it do. Gonna make it do what it do. So far I did miss this trade right here, this sell counter trend divergent sell right here. While I was trying to set the stream up, I was like, I got to the charts right at 8:35 because I was trying to confirm a time with my grandma so I can get her where she needs to be. You started red, misread the opening. Ay. You'll get it back though. What was it that you feel like you misread about it? Is there anything specific? Oh, never mind. All right, there we go. Alrighty, so all right, there's a consolidation zone. Get too fancy, but need to simplify a bit more. I feel that. I feel that. Sometimes it's easy to do, especially as you start learning different things. It's just like how I used to adjust the well, I feel like I had to right after Trump got in office though, because the volatility was so insane. There was no way to keep scalping on 16 and 20 tick bars. So when I used to do the bar size based off the ATR, but then eventually it was like, okay, I'm not gonna do this every morning. Because also I didn't know at the time if my data was going to be consistent because I'm changing Renko sizes, who knows? So ended up working out. Eventually, once the market got back normal, it's like, okay, I'm not, because sometimes like I would forget to even write in my journal what Renko size I used that day. So now it's just like 20 ticks, that's it. Forget what the ATR is. If it's, too violent that day, I'll just write how, like, if we have like a super volatile day, I'll just write that at the very top of my journal entry, so that I can just remember, because sometimes we do have those days. But and then as you learn things, you're like, oh, how can I implement this? Can this make it better? And then over time you're like, actually I could have just kind of stayed to what I was doing. It was gonna be fine. It would have been all right. Let's see. 13. I don't like trade is really ups and downs. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's pretty inconsistent for most people. That's why they try to take advantage of the runs when they have them, because they know when the well runs dry, it's gonna be dry. He's win a lot for it to work out. A win is 125. Ah, yeah. See, the super negative risk to reward ratios like that drive me crazy. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people who do the opening range trade have about a 3-to-1, even sometimes up to a 4-to-1. And it's like, so you mean to tell me when I lose, I have to win 3 times in a row to get my money back? That means a loss pretty much sets you back almost a trading week. You know what I mean? You may get a clue from it. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Yes, ma'am. I was like, oh yeah, Amelia said it was going to be a bank holiday. Yeah, it looks okay so far. Ain't trading this shit. Stuck in testing at work. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you? I will have, like I said, a short stream. I have to take my grandma somewhere. So we're gonna make do, but I won't be here long. That wouldn't count. I am really starting to like this new version of the divergence. To not have any like actual rules is pretty nice. So the divergence trade that I missed setting the stream up was here. And I mean, it was just a nice little push down. It went down 124 ticks from where the entry would have been. It was a nice divergence off of the middle pivot level. Like, I legit don't have to think when it comes to that at all. This is pretty nice. I have to try to see. The problem is when I used to do my analysis sheet based off of the volume of the swings, at the time I wasn't trading with like the delta stats. I knew where the point of control it was, but that was it. So I think that that might have some kind of significance now. I'm not sure with the pullbacks, but I do know at least with the divergence it works so far. So far, so good. And I looked through a couple of days of data, like just quick, fast type of thing. So I'm just gonna keep tracking that. I'm probably gonna make a totally new analysis sheet just so I can start tracking this in this specific way. It's either that or I'm gonna, and I don't feel like doing that. It's either that or I'm gonna have to go back through the data that I have now, and that probably would be easier. Because going back to the history and just looking at the volume of the swings and stuff is probably the easiest back testing ever. So I might have to do that actually. We'll see. Because then I could just go on the analysis sheets that I already have and just like put little notes on them based on what the volume of the swings are and see if that kind of changes where some of the losses are. Like, let's say there's a certain swing volume where if that pops up on that line item, there's a lot of wins, but those losses that pop up happen from that. That would be pretty helpful. So maybe I'll start working on that this week. I have a lot of data, but that might actually work out. I don't know. It takes you back a lot when you lose. Taking the opening trade from a 25K account, going to buy one to make the normal setups work. Those are the ones I care about. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Still in the consolidation zone, trying to see if we can push out of it or not. That's not it. So I'm looking. This volume is too high compared to this one, so I'm not looking for divergence right now. I think eventually I will see that it works sometimes, but I have to figure out which of the other swing volume works really well for divergence. Yeah, we're pushing new lows. I only have about 25 minutes left, and I have to start getting ready. I really want to see the counter trend pullback. I don't remember if that was there or not. I'll have to look back at the stream. It's not what I wanted. I thought the point of control was going to stay high. I did not. Two, 7, 9 is. But it's got to be about 800. 771. Alright, I'm not gonna like this divergence if this pushes up beyond the double top, since the volume down is higher than the last volume up. So just be patient. If I get something, I get something. If I don't, it's cool. Just knowing that I have a shorter session today. Can't do that divergence either. $4.55. Oh, it just blew through it. Let's see, 1300. We are getting back up to the point of control. That's the volume I like on the swings, but I don't like. I think I want the zigzag to turn. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. No, wasn't efficient. That was a buyer trap. That was a no fill. And I actually got into that one at the close of the bar. It's too efficient. Damn. Damn. This is what the inside of the bar looked like. So pretty much right after the bar closed, there was one tick of drawdown, but probably just the delay of putting the order in and all of that. The software doing it, because it was already, the order was on before I even did anything. All right, let's see. I was trying to wait to see if it would become efficient. I wasn't gonna get put into that. There's almost no way I would have gotten put into that because I didn't get put into the other one. That one happened quicker. What was the difference between? There was like a 0.3 second difference between the reversal bar and the next bar. This one, oh yeah, there was a 0.01 second difference between the reversal bar and the next bar on that one. So I doubt I would have gotten filled. Who knows? Who knows? But I definitely was waiting for that delta to be efficient there. But you see how the swing down was 289, which was less than 1K and less than 1.1K. So all I want on when we pull back up and we go for the reversal bar, I just want the top delta number to be red and the bottom one to be pink, and watch it drop. That's it. So simple. Both of them can be red if the reversal bar is touching a level though. But other than that, I just want one of them to be, let's see. Why I'm open candle is ugly today is all wick. Ew. Haven't seen that in a few weeks. So you haven't taken any trades today? Okay, this is ugly. No point of control. Consolidation. Nope, not on YM. Are you still looking at gold though? It's freezing in here. Finesse trading got green on gold. Nice, nice, nice. So do you have you started trading gold like pre-market, or do you just trade it during the New York session and just look at it while you're looking at Dow? Set up here at 304. New York is very nice. I was short and didn't take it too away from me. Very good. Ooh. Yeah, when I used to trade gold, I would start trading at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I hated it only because I don't like waking up that early. But then I would stop trading it around like 8:15, and then I would stop trading everything around 8:15, and I would restart at 8:30 when the market opened. 22. Damn. So the only trade I was able to actually attempt to get in was the one, and I did not get filled. Got about 9 minutes left. All right. That was a nice little 160 tick move down. It's a little crazy. That was the breakthrough of the opening range. But look at how as soon as we break through, chop, 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 chop. Let's see if we can go. Oh, I can't tell what that's trying to do. $5.50. I don't know if I have to keep the same rule of the volume of this entry bar needs to be high because there's a double bottom right here. With the new way that I'm doing the divergence, I don't know. So I'm just gonna err on the side of caution and say yeah. But I don't know. It looks like it's not gonna be efficient anyway, yeah. It was opposite delta, so it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Gold from 41.52 to 41.30. That's a nice little move. So, but I don't even trade it. Sometimes I look for setups, but I think it's better I just look at one asset entirely. I think that if you develop a pretty decent strategy, it should be able to work on most, as long as it's mechanical And like based on technical analysis, a lot of times you'll see that your strategy will work across different instruments. But there has to be very little intuition involved. Wait, what was I trying to do? Oh, that. Look at how, even though we pushed out of the bottom of the opening range, look at how crazy this wick is. It wicked right back up. Crazy. So it's not like some of these streamers that went Amelia, please. Yeah, I feel that. I actually used to love gold and crude oil more than anything, actually, because they were just so linear to me. Excuse me. Damn, I was hoping we flipped up there. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? 30 years ago, gold was it. Absolutely. Gold was so nice. I could literally trade it. What was I about to say? I could trade it on a 10 tick Renko chart and a 20 tick Renko chart. I used to love trading the 9 a.m. reversal on the 20 tick chart. Oh, it was love. Quick little $230 trade. Had a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It was set up like about 3 or 4 times a week. There was usually one day a week where it did not work, because basically if the reversal didn't work or didn't happen, I think in the first 15 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour, then I wouldn't take it. But it was so nice. Oh, you know what? I think we're done. So I'm curious. Curious to see if this reversal works the volume of the swings is right, but look how this is right after a 1-bar pullback. I don't usually take divergence right after a 1-bar pullback, but I'm curious to see if this is going to end up working out. It did. There's a TP. So look, same thing here. Uh-oh, if I squeeze the charts real quick. So we're inside of where we changed to a buy. So I need the volume of the reversal bar to be higher. So the highest reversal bar down was 287. This reversal bar up was 328. So that part worked out perfect. Then when you look at the volume of the swings, 576 is lower than 765 and 1.1K. So all I need on this reversal up is for the top delta number to be efficient and the bottom one to not be. Doesn't matter if it's a trap, as in like the sellers were in control of the point of control there. Does not matter at all. And you see we went up 28 ticks. I only need 23. So that's, I'm telling y'all, that is like my new favorite way of trading divergence. I literally don't even have to think. But like I said, I do think that there's probably one of the other like swing volume combinations, because there's 4. Probably one of the other ones still will work out. I just have to see like which one it is. But oh, that works so perfect. All right, I have to go, you guys, because I need to get ready. I only have like 15 minutes to get ready so I could take my grandma to the doctor. So yeah, sorry I wasn't able to well, I actually tried to take a trade. I just didn't get filled on it. But yeah, I'm actually surprised the movement is pretty decent considering it's a bank holiday. But most of the time, I guess it just kind of depends on which one. It wasn't too bad at all. Thank you, Diego. You too. But yeah, I got to get out of here, you guys. I thank you guys for tuning into the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early for a normal long session. Well, long for me. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.